Well, as you can see, I returned to the village. I did a shoot on Equada Outfitters a couple of weeks ago. But I'm here now because Peter's wife, Renee, has right next door Equada Outfitters Yoga. We're going to go in and we have a couple of instructors here now. I want to find out more about it because yoga is becoming more popular than ever. Well, I shot the inside when I did the Equada Outfitters a couple of weeks ago, but look at this beautiful mural. I mean, this makes you relax also. But there's nothing like yoga. And of course, today, yoga is more popular than ever, isn't it?
It is, and it really is beneficial for a lot of people who want the physical aspect, but also people who want the calming, relaxing, distressing aspect too, and even people who might have physical ailments or issues. Yoga is really beneficial for that.
Wow. It's been years since I've done the yoga, and I'm just amazed at how it's progressed today. And still, yoga is thousands of years old, I would say.
It is. It's an ancient tradition that was brought and introduced into the United States, and now we're able to take those yoga postures, the asanas is what they're called, and introduce them into our physical practice and get a lot of benefit out of it.
Sure. We got two instructors here just dying to get on camera. Introduce yourselves.
Hi. I'm Renee Fulkerson, and I am sort of the caretaker of the studio as it has its own life and kind of does its own thing.
Right.
And we'll hand it over.
And I'm Lisa Ann, and I'm one of the instructors here.
Well, good. And we didn't get your name.
I'm Annalisa, and I'm also one of the instructors here.
Right. Now, there are different types of yoga?
Correct, there are.
So,
there's different types of asana practice, and asana is the physical, the postures that we do. And there's really different types that fit anyone's needs. So if someone wants a very physical, active practice, there's classes where it's much more flowing, much more active, much more engaging postures where you're going to work up a sweat and get a good workout. And then there's also classes that are very meditative and very calming and that have very slow, deep poses that are perfect for any physical level at any age.
Wow. And I'm surprised of how many different classes you have here, Renee.
Yeah.
You have every day, what, 3 to 4?
There's 3 classes a day. I like to think of all of the classes as yoga. Of course, they're named kind of for the practice that's going to happen, like a slow, gentle stretch, more of a flow, a restorative. So they have kind of a name towards what we're going to practice in that particular class.
Sure.
What we're going to be demonstrating today will be more of the restorative yoga, which anybody can really do. We've created a studio and a space which yoga is available to everybody.
Wow.
It's not just for the young or for the physically active. It's a therapeutic practice for everybody.
Sure.
Annalisa and Lisa Ann are the ones that do more of the restorative, therapeutic, injury recovery type of yoga practices.
Wow.
Lisa Ann could probably speak a little bit on that as well with some of her injury recovery things.
Right.
So, but yeah, 3 classes, 1 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon
Sure.
and evening.
And you live up here. Do you live up here?
I'm here most of the time. I'm a part-timer.
Okay, because I understand you have a couple that drive all the way up here to teach this class. Do you live up here?
I live up here. I live in Big Bear. I've lived here for 2 years.
Good. We got 3 locals.
Yes, yes.
Well, good.
And Big Bear is really fortunate to have such an incredible yoga studio up here, because even some much more metropolitan areas don't have the quality of teachers and the variety of classes that we do here in Big Bear at a really reasonable class price. So Big Bear is very fortunate that we have this here right in the heart of the village.
I know, it is so cool. So what are we going to do now?
So we're going to start with just a little introduction to some of the yoga poses that we do, a little bit of a warm-up that would be in the type of class. It would be like a restorative or a gentle or slow class, just so people can get a little bit of an idea of what the poses actually look like, and maybe they can even join along with some of the poses that we're going to do.
Sure. Very good. Okay.
So we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. We're using the chairs today because that makes it really nice. Maybe if we can't get on the floor and up very easily, the chairs are a good alternative. So come to sit sort of at the edge of your seat, edge of the chair. Have your feet at a comfortable distance apart, your toes pointed straight forward, and you can rest your hands palms down or up on your thighs. And take a moment to find the alignment of your hips and your shoulder and your earlobe, so that if I drew a straight line from your earlobe, it would intersect the shoulder and the hip, keeping the sternum lifted. If it's comfortable for you, you can close your eyes for just a breath or two here. Taking a moment to let go of your day and breathe, preparing to do yoga. With your next inhale, reach your arms all the way up to the ceiling. Really reach the fingertips up like someone's pulling on the fingertips. Bring your hands together. Bring your hands in front of the heart. In prayer position, keeping that sternum lifted. Take a breath here. Bow your head, bringing your chin to the chest, getting a little stretch in the back of the neck. And release the palms of the hands, bring the hands to the tops of the thighs. Open the eyes, looking at the floor in front of you, and bring your head up to neutral. Bring the left hand to the side of your seat and inhale the right arm all the way up. Sorry, I got the wrong sides. I'm so used to doing the different ones. Reach your fingertips up and then over, getting a nice gentle side stretch. And breathe. You can look up at your hand, at the arm, down at the floor. Find a place that's right for your head and neck, whatever's comfortable for you today. Everybody's body is different. What works for you might not work for someone else. That's fine. See if you can send a breath into the side of the rib cage, that right side of the body, really getting a deep stretch there, and take a breath. To come out of the pose, it's as if someone's reaching on the fingertips, drawing you up and out of the pose, releasing the right arm back and down. Pause here for a moment and just notice the difference between the right side of the body and the left. And for the other side, take the right hand on the seat and inhale the left arm up. Reach it way up to the ceiling and then tilt over towards the tapestry. Again, head and neck in a comfortable position for you. Send the breath to the side of the body. And again, like someone's pulling on your fingertips, reaching and drawing you up and out of the pose, releasing that left arm back and down. Pausing again in center, taking a breath. Always keeping in mind, if a pose doesn't work for you, you can always come out of that pose. So we're going to slide around in our chairs to face the tapestry. So the left side of the body will be towards the back of the seat of the chair. Come on in. So once again, find that alignment where your hips are under your shoulders, under the earlobe, lifting up from the sternum, letting the shoulders roll back and down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Bring the palms of the hands to the back seat of the chair. Exhale and use the strength of your arms to just gently twist towards the beautiful mural. And take a few breaths here, only going as far as you feel comfortable. Soft jaw, relaxed shoulders here. Let the breath float in and out. Twists are beneficial for our bodies, helping with digestion, spinal flexibility, helping relieve tension and stress. To come out of the pose, inhale, lengthen the spine, keep that nice long back body, and gently untwist. For the other side, slide around in your chair to face the other direction. Take a moment to find that alignment. Hips, shoulders, earlobe. Lengthen the spine and inhale. Place the palms of the hands on the back seat of the chair, elbows in at your sides. Exhale and twist. The gaze is soft and calm. Taking a breath or two here. And softly untwist. Go ahead and slide back around in your chair. Come to the edge of your chair and grab one or two of your blocks. Step your feet wide apart, hip width apart or wider, toes pointed straight forward, and bring the blocks in between your feet. Start by resting your elbows on the tops of your thighs above the knees and let the head and neck hang. You can even shake the head yes and no here. If this isn't accessible to you, you can also bring the palms of your hands here and just let the head and neck hang, heavy like a bowling ball. Always listening to the body and the breath, only going as deep as you feel comfortable. Pause here and breathe. If you like, you can bring the palms of your hands to the blocks in between your feet. At the highest level is nice and gentle. Again, the head and neck hang heavy. If after a breath you feel like you want to go deeper in the pose, you can lower the blocks to the height that's right for you. Or if you have an advanced practice, you can bring the palms of the hands to the floor, bend the elbows, and hang your head and neck over. Stay here and breathe. I'm going to come around the room for some adjustments. So imagine that you're trying to send the breath into the back body. So if I put my palm of my hand on your back, that you want my hand to rise and fall with each breath. In the upper back and also in the lower back, creating space for the breath. If I place my hand here, that my hand rises and falls with the breath. So we expanded the side body with the side stretch, and now we're expanding the back body with this deep forward bend, also opening the hips here. Only staying as long as you feel comfortable. After one more breath, you want to slowly, gently start to gradually invite your body to unfold out of this pose, bringing your hands back to the blocks, hanging for a breath before pressing up onto the blocks, maybe bringing the blocks to the high level for a breath, slowly moving like you're swimming through honey. And then bringing the elbows back to the thighs. The head and neck still hangs here. And then finally bringing the palms of the hands to the thighs. Use the strength of the arms to slowly, slowly roll yourself up. and out of the pose, coming back to a comfortable seated position. While the shoulder times, inhaling the shoulders up, exhale, rolling back and down. One more time, deep inhale and exhale, rolling the shoulders back.
Balls.
Wow, look at this.
So we're massaging our feet a little bit here with the tennis balls. This is a really nice way to get some tension out of the feet. And then let's come to crescent moon pose. So come to Tadasana, mountain pose. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor, feet hip width apart or closer together. Inhale the arms all the way up to the ceiling. Reach the fingertips up. You can have palms of the hands together or not if it's comfortable for you. Press your hips to the left and reach your fingertips to the right, making a nice C shape with the body. Going as deep as you feel comfortable. If you want to challenge, go ahead and bend deeply over. If you want a more gentle pose, then just stay tilted carefully here. Stay here and breathe. This is a great pose for prenatal and pregnancy. Really reaching the fingertips up, giving plenty of space for the baby belly. Also great if you need to have a balance here with the chair to come out of the pose. Really reach the fingertips away from you. Reach them all the way up to the ceiling. Rotate the palms away from each other. Exhale, releasing down. You can do the other side too, but let's come to Tadasana. Release the arms to your sides. Open your eyes and bring your head up to neutral.
Well, we've been watching this particular exercise, but there are many others. I mean, this is just one, which really shows for an older person, very easy to do.
Exactly.
You have, everybody has the idea of yoga, of sitting on the floor, crossing your legs, and then going through the sequence. But there are many, many more, aren't there?
Exactly, and there's classes for women that are pregnant, there's classes for people who have injuries, or those classes where people want a good workout,
Sure.
good stretching.
That's great. Renee, so you have them every day here.
Every day.
7 days a week?
7 days a week. So yeah, and you can check the site. We have a website that you can check for the schedule, or we have a box that's right outside the front door that always has a schedule in it. You can call the outfitters as well if you have any questions, concerns.
Sure.
And we'll be able to help out with anything we can.
Good. Well, folks, get in here. This is really good. And it doesn't look like it's really strenuous, but it really relieves your stress. Does things to your body that you just never know what's happening. So anyway, your website, if you want to go on for the class schedule, it's EquadaYoga.com. So go on there, and thank you ladies very much. And folks, this is it. Get here. Located in the village at
663
663
Pine Knot Avenue.
Pine Knot Avenue. Thank you so much. Try it, folks. Well, that concludes this segment here in the village. We've been at the Equada Outfitters Yoga Studio, located on Pine Knot, right across the street from Rejoice and the Himalayan Restaurant. So don't go away, I'll be back after these words.